Don't just live for tomorrow, or just live in yesterday. Just be glad for all you have that's in today. And though you've come through many obstacles.
Hey everyone, Connie here, and welcome to my blind reaction to episode 18 of Jujutsu Kaisen. So yeah, we've been getting some great episodes with this cross-school event. And, last episode was phenomenal, showcasing Maki and Mai in some important ways. But it's still something we have to acknowledge that this doesn't absolve Mai of her wrongdoings. She is still, as of current, a bad guy. And that doesn't change just because she has a sad backstory. As Nobara made clear, Maki has the same sad backstory, and she didn't turn out that way. She turned out to be pretty amazing. And Nobara loves her, and that is canon now. She directly said it in the episode that she loves Maki. So, fuck you, it's canon. Deal with it. But yeah, and in all seriousness here, we got a lot of important backstory with the sisters and learned more about their clan and everything, as well as just got to see some really cool action. Miwa technically beat Nobara as well, but only because Nobara was taken out by a sneak attack from Mai. Otherwise, or not Miwa, Miwa was facing Maki, sorry. The other girl, the blonde witchy girl. I can't think of her name. I was thinking of Miwa because I remembered her name. The blonde witchy girl was facing Nobara, and Nobara was proving to be too much to her, but then a sneak attack from Mai turned that around. Maki presumably did defeat Miwa. We didn't actually see the end of that battle, but we can presume the fact that Maki, came to face Mai and everything, and she was in a fight with Miwa before, that we could presume that Miwa lost. Which, based on everything we had been seeing, is not surprising. So, the group battle still hasn't ended, though. We've still only gotten, one cursed spirit taken down. And it was red, so it was for the Tokyo school. Blue is for the Kyoto school. So our school, our branch, is still in the lead at the moment because everybody's focused on each other rather than the cursed spirits. I'm surprised that this is going this long, though. I actually really am surprised that this group battle's still going on, but I guess they wanted to use this opportunity to show off all these different new characters, and even the characters who were already in there before, like Toto and Mai, but still. They wanted to show them off, and so it's just taking longer. I expected this to be done within the episodes that said it was the group battle, because it's let me see here. Episodes 14 through 17 are called the Kyoto Sister School Exchange Event Group Battle. And then it's numbered based on the episode. 14 is 0, 15 is 1, and then 2, and then 3. This episode actually has a different name. Which I do know what it is. I don't know what it means, though, so I'm still pretty in the dark. Usually I don't look at names, but I just happened to see the names with the last 4 episodes because they were a 4-parter. So it's something I happen to see and something I happen to, find out just from the fact that it is a 4-parter. It's something that is kind of important information to know. But the fact that, yeah, we are still in this group battle, despite that, despite the 4-parter being over, it's almost hard to call that a 4-parter, because it's like the group battle is still going on. If the group battle ended last episode, then that would be one thing, but still. Um, but yeah, I'm interested to see how this ends, especially with multiple people kind of being taken out of commission now. So we'll get into it. When the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades to black and then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the episode. So, that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So that explains why the titles have changed and why the titles are no longer reflecting, you know, the sister school event and everything. Because it's over. But not in the way necessarily we wanted. Of course, this was kind of to be expected. It's something we saw coming because it was told to us ahead of time, but nonetheless, I didn't think it was going to happen this soon. Maybe that's just me. So the battles are continuing. We get to see a little bit of a focus on Fushiguro versus the Blood Arrow guy. I can't think of his name. And we kind of get a bit of his backstory too. We find out that he's from one of the major clans, like a lot of these characters are. And the issue is that he was born from a concubine that his father slept with. His mother is hated because of, you know, having a child with a member of one of the prominent clans, and especially because the child happens to be, you know, someone carrying the bloodline's abilities and all, which no child born through his father's actual wife had. So he's being allowed to carry on the family name and legacy and all, despite his bastard birth, basically. And that's really interesting that they're basically putting carrying the bloodline ahead of any sense of humanity and whatnot here. But it kind of fits with what we've heard about these bloodlines already, these clans and everything, with the Zenin clan, for example, being absolutely void of any kind of humanity whatsoever. This clan being very much the same is not surprising, just disappointing, because it's like, aren't any of these clans, you know, morally good to any degree? They sound like the worst possible people. I don't blame Maki for leaving. I don't blame Fushiguro for cutting ties. Like, how could anyone want to be part of a clan, of a family that absolutely void of humanity? I'm sorry, but no. That's not okay. But Fushiguro tends to get the upper hand, but unfortunately for him, the battle has to be cut short, because the bad guys finally arrive and attack. And it starts out by killing the first grade cursed spirit that they were using for the event. And we see the curse, who is the tree-like one, the plant-like one, which we've seen before, rescuing Volcano Head. I don't know their names, by the way. But they come out of basically nowhere, kill the first grade, and pretty much turn their attention on attacking our cursed speech user, whose name I also can never just seem to remember. I don't know why. They put a barrier over the area that will allow anyone to go in except Gojo. And so shit's getting real interesting real fast. Um, some of the other teachers and everything are going in. One of the other teachers is going in along with the Kyoto principal, who for some reason has a guitar. It's like, the fuck? Okay, why not? Um, and there's a new guy on the bad guy's side too who wants to make a coat rack out of Toto and shit. And it's like, the fuck? What is happening? What is happening? And I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm just like so thrown off by some of this stuff that was brought in this episode. But by the end, we see that the curse starts speaking to Fushiguro, the blood uh, arrow user, and the cursed speech user. Again, I don't remember their names, and I apologize for that. But it starts speaking to them, and it's using its backwards language that we've heard it used before, but it's like, I guess, telepathically allowing them to understand it. And they basically tell this group of young students that they are an envoy for the Earth itself, and that their goal is to restore the Earth following the extinction of humanity. Basically, that even with some good humans out there, it's such a significantly minuscule amount that it does nothing. And that humanity as a whole has committed too many sins against the Earth in their eyes. And so they say that they hear the Earth weeping and everything, and that they're going to eliminate humanity in order to restore the Earth to its natural state, basically. Which I've heard this kind of thing before, and it's like, I mean, you could even kind of maybe compare it to Poison Ivy from DC Comics and all. But it's like, it is such a stupid thought process. Like, yes, without question, humanity has fucked up a lot about the Earth. We have done horrible things to the Earth. We have destroyed so much of it for the sake of progress. And without question, there's bad to that. But to try and say that the amount of people who are caring about the Earth and everything is minuscule is kind of silly. It's definitely not a minuscule amount. And on top of that, it's just a really stupid argument to try and claim that the Earth will automatically restore itself if all of humanity is just wiped out. Honestly, at this point, the Earth is in a really I wouldn't say it's in really bad shape in a way like, oh, it would die or anything like that. But humanity at this point is needed in order to help restore it. Like, we do need to work on restoring the planet, and we do need to work on helping with that, but I feel like it's to a point, it's already to a degree where we need to actually help that along. Otherwise, even if you take out all of humanity, everything we've done to the Earth will still remain. It won't actually fix the problem unless we actively work to fix the problem. And it's just, I don't know, it seems like a little much. But I get that they're the curses and everything, and they're supposed to be like extremist idealists and all here. Because we've already seen in the past that they kind of view it that the humans are like the bad guys to them and everything. So it's not like that surprising that one of them would have that kind of ideology. But I'm definitely interested to see where this goes and what Gojo's going to do, since he's not going to be allowed in. How is he going to get involved? Is he going to get involved? We'll have to see what the plan is here. So, yeah, tell me in the comments below, what did you think of this episode of Jujutsu Kaisen? And for now, I'm Connie and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.